He should consider himself lucky that he can't get into his basement.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Medicom Real Action Heroes Attack on Titan, EREN YEAGER. So here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, we have a nice image of Eren ziplining into battle, Attack on Titan, EREN YEAGER, bloody, bloody, bloody. On this side of the box, you have Eren. On this side of the box, you have Eren. On the top, logos. On the bottom, logos. On the back of the box, you have Eren. Just bad things are about to happen here. Bad things, words and things and stuff. And when you open up the flap here, you get some more obligatory product shots, and right in there is where the figure sits. You got the wall right there and everything. I just killed him. I just killed him. Oh no. And that's basically it for the packaging. Sorry, dude. Anyway, here we have EREN YEAGER. And as you can see, this is a 1/6 scale figure, so he stands at about 12 inches tall, and a very nicely done figure as well, in my opinion. So let's get in close here so we can take a look, not at his chest, but at that head sculpt. Very nicely done head sculpt. Wonderful paintwork there on the eyes. There's some nice detail there in the hair. And going down the body here, we can see the uniform. You got the jacket there with the wings of freedom emblazoned upon it. On the shoulders as well, and on the back. It's nicely done. A little kind of faux leather jacket. And you got the straps here, nicely detailed with some nice paintwork on it, as well as the belt. Got this little, I don't know what this is supposed to be, like a skirt of some kind. I know it's not a skirt, but it's just, I see something like that, I automatically just think it's a skirt, isn't it? But anyway. And you got the straps here for the ODM gear. And down his boots. The boots do have molded treads in them. And going up the back of the figure here. And just all around nicely done. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint, so you get some nice wiggly, waggly, wiggly, waggly. You can look up, you can look down. There's also a joint in the neck itself, so you can look down. And, of course, you have the side-to-side movement, full 360-degree range of movement right there. The arms can do a full 360. You do have to take the clothing into account and kind of make that work with you, but the arms can go all the way around. The arms can move in and out. You do have bicep rotation in there. I believe it does have a double jointed elbow, I think, but you get a nice deep bend there at the elbow with the jacket on. You do have wrist rotation as well as that hinge in there, so depending on how you have that oriented, you can have that hand going in any direction you want. You do have a ball jointed torso in there, so you get lots of wiggly waggly. You do have waist rotation as well. Legs can move forward that far, can move back about that far. Outward, about as far as you're going to get. So you do have thigh rotation in there as well. You get over, slightly over 90 degrees of bend there at the knee. You have to kind of push these straps back into the boots when you do that. And coming down to the feet, they can move up a little bit. They can move down a bit more. And you do have ankle tiltage as well as rotation. So all in all, he is pretty poseable. Oops, his belt came undone. You can see it just pegs in right there. So you got that going on. Now, if you want to, you totally can remove the jacket if you wish, but I prefer to just leave it on him. But you can remove the jacket if you want to. But yeah, all in all, he is a very nicely done figure, in my opinion. So let's run through the accessories here. Now, the first thing you get is the display stand right here, which is just all done in a transparent plastic, and the arm does have multiple points of articulation. It can rotate at the base. You have a hinge here, hinge here, hinge here. You got the claw that can open and close, and this can rotate as well, and you can use this to keep the figure up. One thing that is nice is that the joints are strong enough to actually support the figure in the air if you want to. So if you want to get some flying action poses, it can support the weight. And if it can't, you can always just adjust those screws there so you can give the joints there a little more tension. But yeah, can totally support the weight of the figure, which is quite nice. So you got that right there. Of course, what is a soldier without his gear? He does also include his omnidirectional mobility gear. And you can see it is very nicely painted, nicely detailed. You got the gas canisters there, done in a nice silver. The sheaths for the blades, very nicely done. You got the spare blades in there. I'll show off how those work. I have one loaded up, but I'm going to show off how it works on the other side there. But yeah, nicely done ODM gear. And you can attach this to the figure. You just have these two posts right here, which just go into the two slots in his back. So you just take this, just gotta get everything moved around here, and you just plug that in to his back like that. And once you do that, you take the zipline launchers here, and there are pegs that just plug in to the sides of the belt, like so. Be very careful with these because you can snap these off. You can see it's just a little thin piece right here. So don't push on this when you're trying to plug these in. Push right behind the peg. So let's take the other one here and just get that one situated like that. Again, just apply some even pressure here. Oops, this belt came undone. Your belt has to stop coming undone, Eden. Come on, Eden. Keep your belt on. Keep your belt on, boy. Okay, I'll fix your belt later. I'll fix it later. Anyway. No. There we go. There we go. I got it. Okay. There you have that done. And you're going to take these right here, and they just plug right on to these ball sockets. Those just pop right on. And pop right on. This one's a bit harder to get plugged in. Yeah, there we go. And there he has his ODM gear on. And these are all ball joints, so you can, move them around a bit, have those positioned how you want. And what you can do, and they do make them a little bit back heavy, so you do have to kind of compensate for that when you're posing him, if you don't want to use the stand, that is. Come on, you stay, Evan. You stay! Now what you can do with the controls here, and just to show this off, I didn't really show this off too well. You can see here, again, very nicely painted, undetailed. You can take these and store these. You can see these little faux leather looking pouches right here. You just take this bit right here and you just feed it through this loop. Like that. There you go. Just feed it through that loop and then just swing that in like that. And you can have those stored right there if you wish. These guys' gear all stored up there. So he is now ready for combat. He does also include these three blade stumps right here, and those are for the sheaths. And just to show off how this works, the blade is shaped a specific way, and these slots are shaped a specific way. So you just take these and just plug them in, and you just load this up. And that's how it works. They don't give you 8 whole blades, but at least they give you the option to make it look like you have those sheaths totally loaded up with blades there for your swords. And speaking of swords, you do also get the full-on sword blades right here, which again are very nicely done. Big old box cutters, nicely painted. And the really cool thing is that the 4th slot actually does go all the way through, so you can take this blade and pass it through, and you can have the sheaths totally loaded up, which is pretty cool. I wish the Figmas did this, but yeah, really cool that you can do that there. You got it totally loaded up with blades Try to get you standing a bit straighter there, Eden. Come on, Eden. Work with me, man. There you go. Of course, this figure does include extra hands. Now, the hands that are on him right now are just the relaxed, open hands. But you do also get a pair of closed fists. You also get a pair of sword-holding hands, and we'll show off how these work in a little bit. Well, you get 2 of those. And you also get a biting hand. Right there, you can see the teeth marks on them. So he has his biting hand. So you got that as well. And swapping the hands out is very simple. You just, hey, come here. He's trying to run away from me. Swapping the hands out is very simple. You just pull them out. Come on. There you go. Just pull out there on a long post. Then you just plug in the new hand like so. And these are the sword holding hands, just to show off how these work. Just want to remove one of the controls here. And what you do here is you just take the wire here and you just feed that through his fingers and just get that into his hand. Like that. And then you just take this and just bring it down. And the hands are quite snug, so you'll have to do a little bit of wiggling there. And once you get that down, you just bring it over, and the fingers will sit right there on the triggers. They do sit there perfectly, which is really cool. So you got that going on, and then you can remove your blade here and attach it like so. And he's got his sword ready to go. And of course you can do that on both sides if you wish. I'm just showing off one side for now. So you got that. Come on, Eden. The ODM gear does make him back heavy, so you do have to be careful with him. Now he does also include a pair of Ziplines here for his ODM gear. You can see the little spikes at the end are done in a nice silver. These are made of a really rigid plastic, so be careful with these because you can snap these. So be careful with them. You can take these and they will just plug in. Wait, oops. Make sure you give it a nice push in there. There we go. So you can have those zip lines going. You can plug them into both ends. You can, and he can do that to his heart's content. It does also include extra faces. You get this face right here, which is him just looking off to the side. So if you want him looking that way, you can now have him looking that way. So, you know, hey, it's a thing. It's a thing you can do. And he does come with a rage face. That's when you know bad things are about to happen. Bad things, not good things, are about to happen. And the faces are quite easy to swap. You just remove the front part of his hair, and you remove his face. And then you just plug this on. Plug the hair back on, and there you go. And now he is just super, super angry. Yeah. And apparently when he gets angry, he gets a really, really good tan because he is just pale before. But yeah, when he gets angry, he gets a nice tan. So hey. I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to question it at all. So you got that going on. And you do also get a different hair piece right here. So not only can you have him angry, you can have him angry with his hair flowing in the wind. So you have that option as well. So yeah, pretty cool there. Another accessory that is included is the key to the basement. There it is. There's the key to the basement. Just done in gold, a little string. So you got that going on. And if you want, you can put this around his neck. You can just pop his head off. It's just on a ball joint. You can just take this and put it around his neck. Like that. Come on. There you go. And just pop his head back on. Again, it's on a ball joint. There you go. Got the key to the basement around his neck. And the last accessory that is included is his poncho. Just done in green with the wings of freedom on the back here. And you just take this and just drape this over him like so. You can see there's a little hook right here, and there's a little loop of thread right there. So you just take that and just hook that over that like so. And there are wires in the hood, so you can just take this and kind of position that to your liking. There are also wires on the bottom section here, so you can take this and, you know, pose that however you want. Of course, anything with wires in it, you want to be careful. If you mess with it too much, you can weaken it and eventually it will snap. So try not to mess with the wires too much. But there you go. You can have him there with his poncho on. And yeah, it looks pretty cool, but me personally, I'm not a big fan of the ponchos, so I will probably just leave this off. But hey, it's a display option, and that is always appreciated. So we're just gonna, come on, Eden, stand for me, Eden, stand. Nope, come on, stand for me, Eden. Thank you, Eden. Don't make me get Mikasa. She'll kick your butt. She'll do it. All right. Anyway, for a comparison, here it is with the Figma Eren. Just so you can get a sense of how large this figure is. So, there you go. Hey! I took the stand, but the figure stayed behind. That's okay. Okay. But anyway, there is pretty much everything for EREN YEAGER here. And you know what? Let's just put him in full-on rage mode again. You know what? I think we'll end the video this way. With his hair flowing. With his hair flowing. And we'll swap out this hand. We'll give him his biting hand. There we go. There we go. Now bad things are about to happen. There you go. I might actually display him like that, because that does look pretty cool to have him displayed like that. I think I'm going to leave him like that. So there you have EREN YEAGER, a very cool, nicely done, nicely detailed figure. I do quite like it. So there you go. Now, if you would like this or any other Attack on Titan toys, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out my Attack on Titan playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGames, check out LoriPlan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Medicom Real Action Heroes Attack on Titan EREN YEAGER. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Oh, where am I? Can I help you with something? Ah! Who are you? I'm Batman! Who are you? Batman? What? Where am I? What district is this? Gotham? Gotham? Are there Titans here? Titans? No. We have clowns, cats, penguins, crocs. What are Titans? They're these giant naked people who want to eat us. Huh? And I thought I had it bad.